The Lamborghini Huracan is a supercar that delivers exactly what you'd expect from the brand. Sharp, aggressive styling, a naturally aspirated V10 engine, and performance that puts it firmly in the modern supercar category. But beyond the drama, there's actually a lot of engineering and technology behind it. The Huracan was introduced in 2014 as the replacement for the Lamborghini Gallardo. That car was hugely successful, selling over 14,000 units during its 10-year production run. So when Lamborghini designed the Huracan, they didn't change the formula dramatically. Instead, they improved the chassis, updated the technology, and increased the performance. At the center of the Huracan is a 5.2-liter naturally aspirated V10 engine. In the Evo models, it produces 631 horsepower and 600 newton-meters of torque. Power goes through a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, which provides very fast and smooth gear changes. There's also a rear-wheel drive version of the Huracan. That version uses a slightly detuned version of the same engine, producing 601 horsepower and 560 newton-meters of torque. Performance figures are exactly what you'd expect from a Lamborghini. The Huracan Coupe accelerates from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 2.9 seconds and reaches a top speed of around 202 miles per hour. The Spider convertible completes the sprint in 3.1 seconds, while the rear-wheel drive model does it in 3.3 seconds. Most Huracan models use an electronically controlled all-wheel drive system, which normally sends about 70% of power to the rear wheels, but can redistribute power depending on grip. The Huracan uses an aluminum and carbon fiber chassis that is 10% lighter and 50% stiffer than the Gallardo's structure. The car also features carbon ceramic brakes as standard, providing strong and consistent stopping power. Driving behavior is managed by Lamborghini Dynamic Vehicle Integration, or LDVI, which coordinates steering, suspension, and traction systems based on driver inputs and the selected driving mode. Drivers can switch between 3 modes using the Anima selector on the steering wheel, Strada for normal driving sport for more aggressive response, and Corsa for maximum performance. When pushed hard, the Huracan tends to remain stable and controlled, although it can show some understeer at the limit. Visually, the Huracan continues Lamborghini's signature wedge-shaped design. The front features slim horizontal headlights and a wide lower grille, while the rear uses 4 exhaust outlets and a hexagonal design theme that appears throughout the car. The design also improves aerodynamics, producing 50% more downforce than the Gallardo without using large external wings. Inside, the Huracan uses a 12.3-inch digital instrument display, which replaces traditional gauges and can show navigation, media information, and performance data. The cockpit layout also includes Lamborghini's fighter jet-style flip-up cover for the ignition button. In newer Evo models, an 8.3-inch touchscreen on the center console controls infotainment and vehicle settings. However, some features that are standard in many cars, such as parking sensors or navigation, may need to be selected as optional extras. Like most supercars, practicality isn't a major focus. The Huracan is a 2-seat car with 150 liters of storage in the front trunk, plus around 60 to 70 liters of space behind the seats. However, the car is relatively easy to drive in everyday situations thanks to light steering, good visibility, and a smooth automatic gearbox. Running costs are high. Fuel economy is officially around 20.6 miles per gallon, with CO2 emissions of roughly 332 grams per kilometer. Tires, servicing, and insurance are also expensive, which is typical for a high-performance supercar.